Hi, guys, and welcome to Science for Today. We are actually going to start talking about the solar system and the planets that are in our solar system. So, I have a pretty cool treat for you guys today. I have all the planets kind of around me, including our awesome sun. Look at that, it's so big. Look at that sun. All right, so there's our sun, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about each planet and what kind of makes them different than the other planets and how our planet is so much different than all of the other planets that there are. So first, I thought that I'd share with you guys just a cool solar system song that I found on YouTube. So we're gonna watch that right now. All right, friends, here we go to listen to our song.
There are 8 planets in the solar system, and we revolve around the sun. Join us to learn about the different planets. Now sing along and have some fun. My name is Mercury. I'm the second hottest planet, the closest one to the sun. A year on my surface is 88 days. I'm the smallest but lots of fun. My name is Venus. Not the hottest planet, but the second planet from the sun. I'm the brightest planet in our solar system, and I'm too hot for anyone. My name is Earth. I'm the planet you live on, and the third planet from the sun. I'm the only planet with organic life, so take care of me, 'cause we're all one. There are 8 planets in the solar system, and we revolve around the sun. Join us to learn about the different planets. Now sing along and have some fun. My name is Mars. I am red in color and the 4th planet from the sun. I have the highest mountain in our solar system, a volcano named Olympus Mons. My name is Jupiter. I am covered in clouds, and I'm the 5th planet from the sun. My giant red spot is a raging storm. As for size, I'm the biggest one. My name is Saturn. I am brown in color. I'm the 6th planet from the sun. My outer rings are extremely thin. They're made of dust and icy chunks. There are 8 planets in the solar system, and we revolve around the sun. Join us to learn about the different planets. Now sing along and have some fun. My name's Uranus. I am blue in color. I'm the 7th planet from the sun. I orbit the sun once in 84 Earth years and was discovered in 1781. My name is Neptune, also blue in color. I'm the 8th planet from the sun. I'm the last gas giant in our solar system, and I'm also the coldest one. There are 8 planets in the solar system, and we revolve around the sun. Join us to learn about the different planets. Now sing along and have some fun. Thanks for watching Kids Learning.
All right, so that was just a quick song about our solar system. All right, so now right here we have our really big sun. Did you guys know the sun is just a really big star, and all of the planets in the solar system, the 8 planets, they all revolve around the sun. So, you know, when we live on Earth, so I'm just going to pull up Earth right here. We live on the planet Earth. It kind of makes it different because we see the sun go up and down each day. when really the reason that that happens is because the earth is rotating around the sun like this. All right. So the sun does not move. The earth is what is moving. All right. But the sun, it's a huge gassy giant. Obviously, it's very, very hot. We would not be able to get close to the sun at all. So voila, there's our sun. All right, so there's our sun. Now we have Mercury. Mercury is right here. This is the closest planet to the sun. It's also the smallest planet that we have in our solar system, and it's the hottest planet. Why do you think that is? Yeah, because it's the closest planet to the sun. So as it rotates in our solar system, it's kind of right here. And as it rotates around, the sun just heats it up, makes it really, really hot. All right. And there's no water on Mercury at all, which is kind of the opposite of Earth, right? We have a lot of water on Earth. So here is Mercury. Now our next one is Venus. Venus is the second planet from the sun. It's kind of covered in yellow clouds and what's called sulfuric acid. And as the sun shines and hits Venus, the clouds and the acid in it actually reflect. And we can actually see Venus in the sky during the nighttime, as long as it's a clear sky. Now you kind of got to know what you're looking for, because it might just look like a star. But it's really cool because Venus is one of the planets that you can see in the sky. Now, Venus is the same size as our planet, Earth. All right, so I'll bring up Earth real quick because it's our next one anyways. But here's Earth, here's Venus. They're about the same size. Venus is also very hot. It's got a lot of volcanoes on it. And again, second planet from the sun. All right. So then we have Earth. Earth is the third planet from the sun. Okay. Now, obviously, this is the planet that we live on, and it's the fifth largest planet in the solar system. If you look at Earth, you can see that it is covered. All of this blue, we've been learning about maps. All of this blue is water. That means 70% of the Earth is covered in water. The rest of it is land, which is what we live on. All right. Now, Earth does have the moon that we see in the sky every night, or almost every night. And there are a lot of other planets that have moons as well, but Earth just has one moon, and it is the third planet from the sun. It's kind of the perfect distance away from the sun to where it's not too hot and it's not too cold. As you would think, the farther away that you get from the sun, the colder it's going to get. That's why Mercury and Venus were really hot. And Earth, we can get pretty hot. That's what we call, the summertime, where it's really, really hot outside. And then the other planets, as we'll see, kind of get colder as we go along. Now, our next planet is called Mars. It is the fourth planet from the sun. It is kind of very similar to Earth. And, astronauts they've been able to kind of discover it, and they've had land rovers go on Mars. It's very dusty. It's covered in dust storms, and it's very cold and dry. So they've said that they have been able to find water, but it's in the form of ice. And that's kind of been located on the north and the south poles of Mars. Now, Mars is also known as the red planet just because of the color that it has. And it has two moons. All right, so there's Mars, the fourth planet from the sun. All right, our next one is the largest planet in the solar system. This is our friend Jupiter. All right, and I'm going to kind of rotate Jupiter for you. Again, it's the largest planet. It is known as a gas giant, which means that a lot of its surface is covered in gases. And then kind of on the inside, it has a smaller rocky core. Now, granted, we don't know a ton about Jupiter, but the big red spot that you see, that is a dust storm that has been on Jupiter And when I was researching some of this, it says that it has been around, this storm has been around for over 350 years. Everybody go, mind blown. That is awesome. All right, so that is Jupiter. So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th planet from the sun. Then we have this really, really cool planet. It's Saturn. All right, Saturn is this one. It's got rings that rotate all around it. It's the 6th planet from the sun, and it is a gas giant similar to Jupiter. Again, just means that it's covered in gases. It's the 2nd largest planet in the solar system, and the rings, kind of like the song said, are very, very light, but they're actually, the rings on this planet can be seen the best out of all of the other planets. All right, now we have Uranus. Here we go, Uranus. It is the 2nd farthest planet from the sun. All right, so again, closer we were to the sun, it was warm. It was very, very hot. And as we've kind of traveled away from the sun, it's getting really, really cold. Everybody go, brr. Yes, it's very, very cold. Now, Uranus is kind of funny because it actually orbits the sun, but on its side. And it kind of rotates like this. So instead of like the other planets where they're kind of straight up, this one rotates on its side. Now, this doesn't show it, but Uranus does have some rings that are just itty bitty little rocks and particles that are circulating around Uranus. All right. It takes Uranus. So the Earth circles the sun 1 year. 1 year is how long it takes for the Earth, for us to circle around the sun. For Uranus, it takes 84 years to circle around the sun. How crazy is that? So that's crazy. I can't believe it. That's crazy. And Uranus is obviously, it's getting pretty cold, pretty chilly. And then our last planet is Neptune. Now, Neptune and Uranus are pretty similar. They're both very much a blue color, but Neptune is even more blue. It is the farthest planet from the sun. So what does that mean? The farther away it is from the sun, it's going to be it's going to be very, very cold. It's going to be super cold. All right. It takes Neptune 165 years to rotate around the sun. People don't live that long. We're lucky to live 100 years. It takes this planet 184 years to circle around the sun. Sorry, 165 years to circle around the sun. That's crazy. All right, so that was a little bit about all of our planets. Now, you guys are gonna get to do a really cool little fun book that I put together. If you guys know about brown bear, you know, brown bear, what do you see? I see a black cat looking at me, black cat, and it goes on and on. So for us today, you guys get to do this book. It's called Space Explorer, What Do You See? And it has all of the planets on it and the solar system and the sun. You're going to put your name right here, and I'm going to read you the book real quick. And then you guys can color the book. And I want you to also write the name of each planet on each page. All right. So it says, Space Explorer, what do you see? I see the sun looking at me. Sun, what do you see? I see Mercury looking at me, because Mercury is the first planet, or the planet that's closest to the sun. So that's what the sun sees. Let's see. Mercury, what do you see? I see Venus looking at me. Venus, what do you see? I see Earth looking at me. Earth, what do you see? I see Mars looking at me. Mars, Mars, what do you see? I see Jupiter looking at me. Jupiter, Jupiter, what do you see? I see Saturn looking at me. Saturn, Saturn, what do you see? I see Uranus looking at me. Uranus, Uranus, what do you see? I see Neptune looking at me. Neptune, Neptune, what do you see? I see the solar system looking at me because it's the farthest planet from the sun, so it gets to see everything. Solar system, what do you see? I see a space explorer looking at me. And then what you get to do down here is draw a rocket ship, and you are that space explorer looking at the solar system. All right. I hope that you guys had some fun with me learning about the planets today. They're really, really cool to learn and to talk about. And there's so many questions about them, so many unknown answers. If you have any other ideas or know things about the planets that maybe I didn't tell you about, I'd love to hear them from you. But besides that, I hope that you guys had fun with science today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.